Let's talk about the man of the, because I feel like this is his movie. I feel like
Yeah.
this is his movie. Let's talk about Kang the Conqueror. I would just say that Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror to me is up there with top tier casting with Robert Downey Jr. as Ant-Man and Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther.
Robert
Yeah,
Downey
he
Jr.
fit
is
the role
Iron
well.
Man,
What did I say?
Ant-Man.
Iron Man.
Oh,
My
yeah.
bad. Robert Downey Jr.
Look,
as Iron Man and Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. I think the casting for Jonathan Majors as Kang was top tier.
Yeah,
I
would definitely agree.
I'm gonna be real. I haven't watched too many of his other works of art. Like I watched a few episodes of Lovecraft Country, but like his acting, that's how you act. Everything
Like-
he did felt believable. Every time he spoke, the facial expressions, it did feel believable. Like this was some top tier acting. Not going to cap.
This was his movie. Like I wanted him to win.
Mhm.
Like he was so good. I wanted him to win.
I wanted to
I
see
might watch-
Ant-Man lose.
I did.
I might watch Creed 3 because of his acting. I ain't watched a single Creed.
I do want to see. I'm on the same boat. I do want to see.
Not just because he's in it.
Like-
Y'all want to go see it, bro.
Look,
What?
I'm not a look. It's just they
He
made
did
it
a
look so good.
Yeah, and he did a great job. Like I'm sorry, like I feel like a lot of actors nowadays are kind of like they're not offensive, but they're not amazing either. And like now we're seeing like some really good acting again. Like this is what good acting is. Like
Like he was very calm, but also like terrifying at the same time. Like very
Oh, yeah.
dominating at the same time. Like one of my favorite moments is when Janet's doing her flashbacks and she talks about how when they were fixing Kang's ship, she had touched like the core or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And she saw in his head and saw that, he was Kang the Conqueror. The way he looked at her, like he like there was no like even like his subtle facial expressions, like the way he changed, his demeanor changed to like, oh, I know
So
what you're
you know
looking
now.
at. Like, so what you think?
What's your thoughts? You got notes? Yep, I'm ready.
I've destroyed timelines, but I won't destroy yours. I keep a promise.
He saw what was going on and he was like, damn. Like there was like no regret. It was kind of just like, okay, now what? And I was just like, that's top tier. Like it wasn't a, hey, I'm your enemy 0 to 100. I'm your friend 0 to 100. I'm your enemy. It was kind of like that gradual of, okay, now
like,
what?
I know who I am. Now you know who I am. You like it or you don't.
It's like he pretty much gave her an opportunity to be like, okay, you can help me and I won't destroy your earth. Or you can defy me.
He was doing his thing. And this ain't acting, but that Kang versus Ant-Man fight, he was tearing his ass up.
He was beating him down.
He was tearing his ass up. And I was like,
he was throwing some slugs.
I was like, this is good shit.
Every time Ant-Man hit him, he was just like, oh, that's how you got bet.
Ate it.
Hey. He was doing his thing. Honestly, this is his movie. Like the minute, they got into the quantum realm and I just feel like they were doing a lot of filler before they got to Kang. And I was just like, okay, I really want to see Kang. Like they doing all of this filler, like who are we running from? Who are we supposed to be hiding from? Janet, why you not what you not telling us? And I was like, can we get the Kang? Y'all doing all this teasing.
We saw her ex-boyfriend for like 4 minutes at the cafe, and it was like after that he's not relevant.
I was like, where's Kang?
Right.
Where is the Conqueror?
Like I ain't gonna lie, Janet could have been told them. Watching the movie now, it's like, why wouldn't you tell them as soon as you came back in the last Ant-Man movie? Why would you not tell them?
For the plot.
But I definitely agree with Ralph. Like at the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp, when they got her out the quantum realm, she didn't really seem like, like
she didn't seem distressed.
Right. Like she didn't seem like.
This versus debate is rated B for blurred. Grab your swords, drones, and comic books, because we're about to get black and nerdy. You have been warned.
It's Ralph dancing for me.
Put your arms down.
Oh man. You gotta unmute yourself, Ralph.
I thought it auto unmuted me. My bad.
No,
I didn't know you could see me though.
Yeah, we saw you in the little corner like this. Oh man, but welcome everybody to round 1 of our Cartoon Network versus 2 state tournament. I am your host, Foop, joined by my 2 co-hosts, Ryan and Ralph. If you're watching this on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, make sure you give us a nice subscribe and follow. And if you aren't following us on any of our social media platforms, make sure you look down at that banner at the bottom and get to following. And if you're watching this production, make sure you tweet us at Join the Mob Nerds. So let's see who we have in the building tonight. The Dark Sage is back. What up, Mob?
Oh,
what's going on? Our previous video that we were showing was our conversation from our Ant-Man Mob review. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. Dark Sage said, I've been told to wait for streaming, and that is fair.
Yeah.
And that is fair.
Yeah.
Just wait till it hits streaming.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
But how's everybody doing tonight?
Pretty good. Had to work a 12-hour, but we ball. Getting ready for a trip.
We need to form a union for your ass. Why are you working 12 hours?
No. So I'm trying to pretty much just take less PTO, with the upcoming trips and stuff we got this year. So
I understand.
Plane tickets costing money.
Right. The plane tickets.
Them Airbnbs is kicking my ass.
Yeah.
Like, that shit is wild. I think
Darcy said 12 hours.
Man, listen.
He breaking labor laws over here.
Like we're going to have to form a union or something. We got to get Ralph some help.
Don't say that too loud though.
I mean, it's on live, so
hopefully your job ain't watching it.
I mean, hopefully it was a joke. It was a joke. I don't even know these. I don't even work for these people. Look, listen,
Ralph's manager, he was just playing. He was just playing.
He loves his job.
Ralph's gonna see a new meeting on Teams tomorrow.
Hashtag Ralph. God. Hashtag Ralph loves his job. The Dark Sage said, "Where y'all planning to head to?"
NOLA.
Oh yeah, you are doing that this week.
Yeah.
Portia plays for her birthday and then DreamCon.
I got San Diego Comic-Con coming up and then DreamCon directly after. So
I'm still hurt about not getting those tickets, bro. I'm gonna go to New York Comic-Con just to make myself feel better. You laughing? I'm dead ass, bro. Like
I know you did.
I believe it,
which is why I laughed.
I'm going to New York Comic-Con just to make up for the fact I couldn't go to San Diego.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like you're gonna spend a lot more money in New York.
I've been wanting to visit New York anyway because I've never been. So I was like,
that's a good reason to go.
Yeah, it gives me a reason to go, have an itinerary, and still explore.
Okay.
But I got an announcement. I got my first Chase Funko Pop. I've never gotten one naturally from like buying it and randomly getting one, so I'm happy.
What's a Chase?
So Chases would be like a 1 in 6 chance that once you order one, you'll get the special one, which is like worth more and it's rare. And if you went to reselling, usually they cost more, but they just got a Chase sticker. Mm-hmm. And like for Jinbei, he got a different colored robe.
Okay.
So I'm happy about that.
Dark says sent some fire emojis for your Funko Pop announcement.
Yeah, that's nice.
My boy.
He also said DreamCon being in Austin is pain. It should have stayed in Arlington. I guess we're gonna find out.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
I guess we're gonna find out. I ain't been to Austin, Texas before.
I haven't.
Sage, you going to DreamCon? It's lit if he is.
As we wait for his comment.
But what
you know what lag behind a little on the YouTubes. I've been chilling. I just edited episode 30 and we will never do that again. An hour and 53 minutes. We will never, ever.
I don't think that's our longest episode though. I think our longest episode is like a 2 hours and like 5 minutes.
That's when we did that Eternals mob review and I said I would never do that again. I'm never doing this again either.
It wasn't that bad.
Darkseid said nah, he couldn't get tickets to DreamCon.
No. Oh man.
That is
rough.
We're gonna have to get you there next year. But so this is the pre-conversation to the pre-conversation. As promised, we wanted to clear some things up before we got into round 1 of the tournament. So yesterday we posted this graphic. There were some assumptions made that all of these fighting game titles were going to release in 2023. We soon found out, thanks to our followers and people of Twitter, that some of these
people of Twitter.
I mean, they ain't follow us, so it's people of Twitter. I don't know what do you call them, but we found out from some other accounts that these release dates were not correct. So to put a final bow on it, to give you all the correct information. I see your comment, Dark Sage. We're gonna get to that in a minute. But for Mortal Kombat 12, they are saying 2023. They're not saying what month. They're not saying, holiday 2023. They just are saying 2023. So it could be 2023, or they could, be getting our hopes up and turn around and say 2024. But as far as we know, it's 2023. Street Fighter 6 is confirmed for 2023. It's going to be releasing June 2nd, 2023. So that is confirmed for 2023. Tekken 8, I have seen somewhere between April 2023 and March 2024, but most of the dates are leaning towards 2024. So
is this the next 18 months for fighting games? Is this
the next 18 months for fighting game? I don't think it's gonna drop April 2023. Now they did just make a Discord server for Tekken 8, so the fact that they did that could be building anticipation to a 2023 release. But
is there any other heat drop in winter 2023? Like what? Assassin's Creed Mirage supposed to drop this year?
Yeah, that was set for 2023. That was set for 2023. I don't know if we got like an official month or anything, but I remember that being on your most anticipated for 2023.
And what else? That space game by Bethesda, Starfield. What's the other heat dropping?
Spider-Man dropping this year.
2. Yeah. Spider-Man 2.
And everything else already dropped. Well, at least what
we cared about.
Suicide Squad versus the Justice League got pushed back. I'm glad that got pushed back because that demo that they showed at PlayStation State of Play was garbage. Yeah. It did not make me want to buy the game at all.
Yikes.
So they're pushing it back to work on it some more.
Okay.
And then just so we don't go off on a tangent, the last one, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4 has no release date. It got announced 2023, but it's not being released 2023. We do not know when this is coming out. So
I say spring 2024 is the best time for them to drop that.
Yeah. So tell your friends that the Blurred Mob is taking accountability and we are staying true to being a reliable source. So we had to stop, take some time out to get you guys the correct information. So going to some of the comments on this topic, the Darkseid said, I need Wolverine. My body is ready. That Wolverine game.
I forgot about that.
It's going. I don't think that's coming 2023, but when they do announce when that's dropping, I want that game to be so nasty.
I know that new Final Fantasy game still coming in 2023.
The Dark Sage also says, I hope they take a long time on Tenkaichi 4.
Yeah, they gotta make that good. They gotta make that good.
So, one thing, and then we're going to go ahead and start the tournament, get into the rules. The Dark Sage, this is a joke. Said Cartoon Network stole y'all flow. I just find it real coincidental that us and Cartoon Network are also doing a tournament at the same time.
And hold on. I searched through their Twitter. I searched tournament, bracket, showdown, selection, and poll. They ain't never done a Cartoon Network show tournament.
I just find it real coincidental. And you know what? I'm flattered. I'm gonna take a positive out of this and say I'm flattered. They looking. They see us. We see me.
I'm glad we're getting noticed.
Yeah.
Let's play devil's advocate. If they didn't see us, that means we thinking on the same wavelength as the big corporations, which is cool.
Okay, that's another positive outlook.
Yeah, which is cool.
I just want to say I found it real coincidental Saturday afternoon when when I saw it, I was just, innocently scrolling through Twitter and I saw it.
And you sent that to our group chat so quick, bro.
And I was like, I must be going insane. But enough with the small talk. Let's get to the main event. So we've been doing Versus Tuesdays for a while, and if you've been tuning in, you already know the rules. But if this is your first time here, let me explain the rules for this tournament. So each of us, me, Ryan, and Ralph, will have 60 seconds to explain our choice for each battle. The poll results will be revealed at the end of everyone's 60 seconds. So we will be revealing the percentages and the winners for each battle based on what was put in for the past week. And then we're going to do a 1 to 2 minute response to the results. And then we're going to move on to the next battle. So, how confident are you guys feeling that your picks have made it to round 2?
Honestly, not at all, depending on the age of these folks voting.
Same, honestly. That's the scary part.
If your age is less than the last 2 digits of the current year, I don't trust you. I don't trust you.
We got a comment. The Dark Sage said, Ralph, I have a feeling you're going to cook.
I'm hoping.
Go for it.
I don't know. I mean, I think if I remember correctly, me and Ryan did not do too well in.
Hey, y'all choice. Hey, it was one of them rounds that none of y'all picks made it. None.
Listen, bro, I'm not a comic book person, but that tournament humbled me.
This is the one. This is the one. So, just want to let everybody, the audience know, and as well as Ralph, because he wasn't here for audio video check. We have 60 seconds to explain our choice, but you don't have to use the whole 60 seconds if you don't need it. The 60 seconds is only to make sure that we don't run on a tangent, and we make sure that we get through all 8 of these battles in a timely manner and to keep everybody interested. So, let's go ahead and start with round 1. One more thing. Let's give it up to the people at home. We got 64 responses on the round 1 poll. 64. I remember round 1 for the Justice League tournament, we got 24 responses on round 1. So, shout out to you guys at home for voting. If you shared it with a friend, shout out to you for sharing it. And shout out to everybody on the Blurred Mob team for making sure we got the word out. So, this is going to be pretty interesting. So, let's go ahead and start with the first battle. We have Steven Universe versus Codename Kids Next Door. As always, we're going to start with Ryan. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1.
Codename Kids Next Door had one of the most legendary Cartoon Network movies. 1. Talking about that Number Zero movie. Codenames Kids Next Door allowed every child to experience their childhood, being able to be in a treehouse, having these weapons, going against people you don't like, the MF who gives you spankings, your dentist, the lunch ladies, the weird spoiled kids down the street. Cartoon Network brought all of our real life villains to life on the big screen. If y'all tell me that y'all think Steven Universe is better than Cartoon Network, if y'all really believe that, I don't want to hear nothing from you anymore. I'm sorry. Talk to Food, talk to Ralph. I don't believe you. Cartoon Network had action. It had comedy. You had relatable characters. And you know what? We're the blurred mom. It even had diversity. Cartoon Network deserves this bracket, bro.
Cartoon Network? Say that one more
Kids
time.
Next Door. Kids Next Door is Cartoon Network. Kids Next Door is Cartoon Network.
Oh my goodness.
All right. We're going to get to the comments after we go through everybody. So make sure you send in your responses for a chance to end up on the screen. All right. So Ryan chose K&D. Up next is Ralph. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1.
I love Steven Universe as much, but however, kids, you better stop. However, Kids Next Door takes the cake on this one. I love Kids Next Door. Ryan hit it on the head with Zero, the movie. I loved it. I don't remember much. I would have to rewatch it, but I very much know it was a great movie. Kids Next Door taught us a lot about life, even if we go and look at it now. Like, it's very relatable. It's very relatable. Everything that pretty much happened to Kids Next Door, to a certain extent, was actually true. Like, we experienced it through life, and that was pretty much how we very much related to it. That's why it was number one. It can't, like, this is probably Cartoon Network's best show, honestly. You can very much argue that at this point. So I rest my case.
It's in the top 5, and it ain't number 5, 4, or 3.
With 1 second on the clock, Ralph has stated his case. All right. Ralph chose K&D. It's on me. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1. Y'all already know what it is. Codename Kids Next Door. I have very fond memories of watching Codename Kids Next Door. It had a solid storyline, even to the fact that some of the villains they were fighting had went through like the whole process of being K&D. What happens when you get older, when you become a teenager? And you saw that with like number 5 sister used to be in K&D, and then she turned into a teenager and she became the enemy. So it was like that was a unique, like those type of twists and turns in K&D, and still being a fun, grabbing cartoon. And then let's just talk about the gadgets. Like, think about how unique and creative they got to fight these villains as kids. Like, number 4 had condiment guns. Like, but I just thought it was a very unique take on the kids versus villains. So I gotta go K&D.
And because you eating food, don't forget that when each episode was titled with a cool acronym, they broke it down.
One. Yeah, they broke it down. They gave it to us.
And the lore behind the Order of the Kids Next Door, they even had special agents who were still teenagers. They just worked in the background, had a whole little space unit and stuff in the later seasons. The lore was deep.
They had it laid out. They had it laid out. This was Spy Kids on steroids.
Exactly. World building.
Very much.
Well, let's get to the comments before we reveal the results. We got Deanna Harper saying K&D. The Dark Sage is voting K&D. The Dark Sage said, okay, Ryan, I'm eating right now. In fact, I'm full. Deanna Harper said solid defense, Ryan, and clean sweep. So all 3 of us said K&D.
Bro,
so y'all,
these results.
So you know what? Gotta keep y'all in suspense. It's time for the moment of truth.
Oh God! By the way, we have not looked at any of these votes.
We haven't seen anything.
We haven't seen any of this.
We don't know what's gonna go down. we have no idea. Like Ryan is about to shit bricks because
This
we.
if the ratio is anything lower than 80-20, I don't trust our voters.
All right, y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Codename Kids Next Door won by 71%, and Steven Universe lost by 29%.
Almost
Hey.
a quarter. Almost a
I
quarter,
think-
y'all. A quarter, y'all.
I look. Don't look. K and D made it. K and D made
They
it.
made it.
They made it. It don't matter. I understand. Ron, refrain yourself.
We on live. I
Refrain.
can't edit out the words I want to say. Keep it going. Keep it
Refrain
going. Yeah.
yourself. But K and D made it. All right. The Dark Sage said I came correct on the voting. I hope the
Let's
90s
go.
babies. I said the 90s babies needed to pull through on round 1, and I'm just hoping that they did.
It looks
I'm
like
hoping.
it.
I'm hoping.
Thank God.
The Dark Sage is agreeing with Ryan, saying that percentage for Steven Universe is a little too high.
Yeah.
Too high.
In comparison, yes.
I just have to think that some people didn't experience K&D.
Or they
And
probably didn't like it.
so they probably, didn't watch it, or they didn't watch the episode in full. They maybe saw like a clip somewhere and it was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get on to battle number 2. We have Adventure Time versus Regular Show. This is gonna be interesting.
This is one of the close ones that I had.
I'm scared to see the results, but let's go through the 60 seconds. We're gonna start with Ryan. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1.
When these two shows came out, they came out around the same time period, and I don't remember a single other show that was like doing the thing at the same time as them. I would still pick Regular Show. I know a lot of anime fans respect Adventure Time. They feel like it's more in that realm. They respect the creativity. But Regular Show, I think, brings a certain sense of mature humor. They make a lot of risque jokes. It's a little bit realistic. It's a lot more relatable to older teenagers and college students coming of age, going through that transition in life where they don't really have much money. They're trying to figure out what they enjoy, still trying to stay youthful, still trying to do relationships. Mordecai, that man was a pimp. He got the juice when he had CJ and Margaret fighting over him. I'm just being real. Mordecai had the juice. Rigby was hilarious. I still love the episode of his older brother where he was like, give me some sugar. Regular Show had so many iconic, funny episodes. I think it gets the edge over Adventure Time. Adventure Time was good. I didn't care for it. It was good, though.
There you go. So Ryan's going with Regular Show. Moving on to Ralph. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1.
I gotta go with Regular Show. You cannot forget Benson, Pops, Skips, Rigby, Mordecai, Margaret, and Elaine.
He
I
got
think
the
it's
full
the last girl.
Eileen.
Eileen, I was close.
Rigby girlfriend.
You cannot forget about them. They are what made pretty much any rhythm that you would just automatically think in your head. It probably came from Regular Show. Macaroni time, like the Macaroni Time song. You got like they brought Mississippi Queen back in the eating episode. Like it's a lot of Rigby, Rigby on top of the van playing music to Mordecai while he's laying down. That's a popular meme. Like, come on.
Y'all got
It has
in this
funny. Yeah, I'm sorry. It has funny moments, teachable moments, mature moments, and it hits every mark.
Hey Rigby, chocolate cake.
Punchy.
Like
All
Regular Show's
right.
iconic.
Yeah.
Ralph picked Regular Show. It's on me. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1. I have to go with my boys. Regular Show. I have to. That is about the funniest new gen cartoon that I had seen following PPG, Ed and Eddie, Dexter's, and the rest. The stuff that they did was stupid. The songs that they made were catchy. Ralph brought up macaroni time. My favorite one is when they was changing all the clocks for daylight saving time. This is the clock song. We say that in all the clocks wrong.
Clock's wrong.
And then started the apocalypse. Then started the apocalypse because they changed all the clocks.
Yes.
But I love Regular Show. I think it had a good storyline. And like once they got into space and the whole anti-pops and pops lore, that went in. I thought it was a dope cartoon. It was very lighthearted. Sometimes they did tackle some serious issues, but it was very enjoyable cartoon to watch.
Y'all remember those God babies who was like trying to control
Yeah.
skits and
Yeah.
everything?
Nah, y'all
Yes.
remember when they bought that car with the 70s carpet and the dude had came out and stole a burrito and then they went down there and he had like a whole house?
Yes, I love it. Oh my goodness.
Man, so let's take a look at some of the comments. Deanna Harper said, ain't no way y'all hating on Adventure Time this bad. Against Regular Show, you have to.
I ain't hate on Adventure Time. I ain't hate. But constructive criticism and comparison is A-okay in my eyes.
Against Regular Show,
Adventure Time top 15.
it's
I'll
up
give you-
there.
It's
It's
up
up there. Making bacon pancakes. But if
But
it
over
had to
regular
go
show,
over Regular Show, nah.
Adventure Time made some risque jokes. That green elephant girl, the way she'll be talking to Finn, I was like, this real creepy, but y'all funny
It's-
with it.
It's LSP being close to LSD and
yeah.
Yeah, that too. That too.
The Dark Sage is finishing the song. He said, "Don't look at our
Look at our
crotches as we
crotches.
synchronize."
Don't
Watch it. Yes.
But that joke
had
was so
jokes.
funny.
They
That
had
joke was
jokes.
so funny because why did you have to make a song to do that? But I have the results.
Oh God.
I'm not mad if they don't win.
Adventure Time versus Regular Show.
I got money riding on this. I don't know about you.
Regular Show won by 55%. Adventure Time lost by
Mhm.
45%.
Very
Well,
fair.
I'm
Very
respecting
fair.
that.
Very fair. I saw
like
that
that.
coming.
I saw this being close.
Very fair. Very fair.
But W for Regular Show. W for Regular Show. Hey,
Very
We
fair.
got it.
Very fair.
the Dark
Very
Sage
fair.
said Adventure Time needed cute stuff to sell it. Regular Time did it. It didn't.
They did
Yeah.
it.
It didn't.
And they got they adult version. Didn't
The
they hit a it's
fun
on HBO
fact-
Max?
Fun fact, Regular Show was actually supposed to be for Adult Swim, and they didn't
Mhm.
take it.
Hmm.
So they had to tone it down for Cartoon Network. So imagine what Regular Show would have been like had they put it
Ooh.
on Adult Swim.
That
that's
would have
the-
been lit.
No, but that show exists now. It's on HBO Max. I just can't remember the name of it. Same creators and everything.
Yeah. But they use real people though. It's not like Mortal Kombat being a Birdman and really
Yeah.
a squirrel and stuff. It's actual real people. But
Okay.
yeah, he did finally get a show on Adult Swim. But just imagine a regular show.
Regular show is funny.
That
would've been
probably would have
fun.
been up there with Family Guy and
Yeah.
American Dad.
that
All
is
right.
true.
So let's get ready for the next battle. We have, let me find it. Oh no, that's right. Why it come out of order? Anyways, we got another close battle. Courage the Cowardly Dog versus Ed, and Eddie.
This is a nasty one. This is kind of nasty. These are two top teners right here.
I know who I'm voting for, but I'm just scared to open this envelope.
These are nasty. This is nasty. This is nasty.
This is some nasty word.
Th-
Dark
this-
Sage said no.
It's a fight, and it's not an easy.
Look, it's we're on the
Th-
cliff. We are Thanos. It's either I throw myself or I throw Gamora.
I'm throwing Gamora.
On me. I'm with Ryan.
All
Gamora
right,
getting off.
I was supposed to say myself.
here we go.
Mm.
We're gonna start with Ryan. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1.
I'm going with Ed and Eddie And you know what? Off one thing, when I was younger, I had to turn off Courage the Cowardly Dog sometimes because it got too scary, which doesn't disqualify that it's not good. That means it's so good that it scared me as a cartoon. But Ed and Eddie was enjoyable, bro. Ed and Eddie had me laughing. Double D coming at them crazy, and he having to deal with Eddie and Ed's shenanigans. All the other kids in the cul-de-sac, seeing Kevin beat him up, Jimmy and Ed's sister acting foolish. I'm sorry, bro. And Eddie, he taught me how to hustle, bro. He taught me how to hustle,
Not
bro.
Eddie touched
Y'all
on the
remember the
hustle.
Jay-Z verse, I'll sell water to a whale? That was Eddie, bro. That was Eddie, bro. Eddie was digging through trash, building elevators, trying to do everything he could to get to the Jawbreaker at the end of the tunnel, bro.
Hey,
Eddie was a hustler. He was my financial guru back in the day. So I'm going for Ed and Eddie.
all right. With 1 second left on the clock, Ryan has picked Ed, and Eddie. Ralph is up next. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1.
I'm scared. This is scary.
Let it out.
This is some scary shit.
Okay. You got Courage the Cowardly Dog. As Ryan said, it is scary, but it's interesting and it still tells on a true story. And it's actually good. It actually has some comedy. It has some jump scares, yes, and it was funny. And then you have Ed, and Eddie. Hustler. Pretty much taught us the game as a kid. We watched funny moments. They had some adult jokes in there, which if we go back and watch, you'd be like, okay. I'm gonna have to go with Ed and Eddie, except it's gonna be an edge. It's gonna be pretty much how the last vote was. It's gonna be in the 50s. I say Ed and Eddie. It's funny. They introduced Jawbreakers through the show. They have some good marketing moments for them in there. You can't beat the fact that Johnny was over here throwing a tile. Like, I love that.
That's
meme.
still a meme
I
to
love
this
it.
day.
I love it.
That was funny.
All
That
right.
was funny.
Ralph chose Ed and Eddie. 60 seconds on me. Oops. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna have to go with Ed and Eddie. I ain't really got too much to say on this. My 60 seconds ain't gonna last long. It's Ed and Eddie. I watch Courage the Cowardly Dog from time to time, but when I heard that Ed and Eddie, I was set. I was present. Like, I understand that Ed and Eddie, the original hustlers, but my thing was the journey. Everything that they did to get 25 cents. That's what got me.
Did.
What y'all finna do? What y'all finna do today for 25
Inflation real.
cents? What y'all finna do today? Y'all remember when they had Rolf and Ed fighting for 25 cents?
Ed boy.
They had Rolf smacking the foot at an Eddie with a fish for 25 cents, like the lengths that they would go. But like, I'm picking Ed and Eddie off rip. It's done.
Talking about you ain't gonna take up 60 seconds.
When Jimmy was a superhero.
I'm sorry.
Like,
I was reminiscing and I got carried away.
the Kanka sisters were funny. The Christmas specials and Halloween specials were good.
Mm-hmm.
The only things I would watch during the holidays that I made sure to watch was Halloween Town, Ed and Eddie, and Scary Godmother. Those are the only movies and shows I made sure every holiday season I watched.
Yeah. Ed and Eddie is a classic. Courage the Cowardly Dog sometimes just got too creepy for me. And then it didn't help that they always showed it at night. Like, why do y'all always want to show this at night?
But Cartoon Network did the same thing when they introduced Goosebumps to the series. That was like the new Courage for me. I was like, this make my skin crawl. I can't watch this.
But like, when Courage came on, it was time to go to bed. Like, I can't stare at this. Some of these episodes, I can't stare at this too long. But let's check the comments. The Dark Sage says, I got the Ed boys. This feels like Cap versus Iron Man again.
I ain't like Captain America. I wanted him to get beat.
If we talking Civil War, they was wrong for jumping Iron Man. They was wrong. They was so wrong for that.
I never did like Captain America. He was a sellout.
I don't like Captain America neither, but them jumping Iron Man and Civil War, him
Was
and Bucky,
uncalled for.
that was
And
wrong. That was
and
wrong. Y'all was wrong for that.
and Tony held himself well too.
He did. He was holding his own until Bucky woke back up.
Exactly.
They cheated. But I got the results right here. In the case of Courage the Cowardly Dog
51-49.
versus Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
52-48.
Ed, Ed, and Eddie won by 54%. Courage the Cowardly Dog lost by 46%. Another close one. But the 90s babies are coming through. Shout out
Jesus.
to the 90s babies. Okay.
The
We
fans are here.
We 3 for 3.
The real fans are here. The Cartoon
We
Network
doing
watchers.
good.
The real Cartoon Network watchers. They here.
We 3
They here.
4 3. Oh man. So let's move on to the next battle. I'm nervous for this one, but
My heart
here we
is
go.
about to stop.
We got the Powerpuff Girls versus the Amazing World of Gumball. Y'all, there is a right answer.
There is. Please, Jesus.
There is a right answer to this one. But I'm nervous, but there is a right answer. There's a right answer.
Let's get started.
So let's start with Ryan. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1.
Cartoon Network had Spice and a whole lot of nice, and its Chemical X was Powerpuff Girls. Y'all better not act like Powerpuff Girls wasn't legendary. That's why they're trying to make a remake now. Y'all better not act like Powerpuff Girls influenced some of y'all favorite cartoons. Y'all better not act like those girls jumping Mojo Jojo ain't have you dying as a kid and as an adult. Y'all better not act like when the Rowdy Rough Boys came, you wasn't ready to see some good fights. Y'all better not act like Miss Bellum wasn't the original baddie. Y'all better not act like him ain't have y'all sitting here dying every time he came at y'all his soft voice. Y'all better not act like Mojo Jojo wasn't right in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all better not act like Powerpuff Girls ain't it. Powerpuff Girls top 5. Off rip. Gumball bottom 18. Don't come at me, bro. Don't come at me, bro. That's my end of 60 seconds.
I have to put this on the screen right quick. The Dark Sage said, "Nah, Ron must be writing these speeches."
No, that's off the dome. That's off the dome.
Ron is the presenter. Ron's the presenter. He gonna make it look nice for you. Ron, we covering these 3 points. I got you.
Tell him what I did in college. Foop did the work. I did the presentation. Straight up. Ralph wasn't in our class.
Look, Ron gonna make it nice. This might Ron could what you said? Ron could sell water to a well. Hey, listen. I gotta give it to my boy. But Ron chose PPG. We're moving on to Ralph. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1.
Does this really need 60 seconds for me to talk about why saying that Powerpuff Girls is way better than the Amazing World of Gumball? Like, come on now. Come on. I understand Gumball had its funny moments. I very much understand that. However, Powerpuff Girls, it was funny. It had action. It had a good storyline. It had relatable moments in it. The fact that all 3 of them girls were pretty much menaces on the show. Beat up Mojo Jojo for an entire episode for no reason. No reason at all. Just giving him hands. That man breathe, giving him hands. That man wake up, give him hands. That man step a foot off the table onto that cold floor, give him hands. I rest my case.
That was the best episode, not gonna cap.
That was.
To me, that's not the best episode.
Before you get into your 60 seconds, which one? I want to, not the girl with the spiders in her head.
My favorite, I got 2 favorites. One is when Buttercup was beating everybody up for their teeth. You remember she found out about the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
She started beating everybody up so she could get more money from the Tooth Fairy. And you remember Blossom and Blossom and Bubbles set her up at the end and had all the villains jump her. Oh
They
man,
were ruthless.
Yeah,
they
were
was ruthless. And then my second one is definitely the Rowdy Rough Boys episode
That was one of my
because
Okay.
favorites.
that was dope. But going
Let's-
into my 60 seconds. 3, 2, 1. It's PPG. It's PPG all the way. And you know what? Because Ryan and Ralph have explained this so eloquently, I'm done.
I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that.
I don't have anything else to say. PPG is top 5. Like I
Easily.
said in the kickoff, I love Gumball. But against PPG, there is a right answer, and it's PPG. We don't have any comments on this one. So we're just gonna go ahead and head into the results. For the case of the Powerpuff Girls.
Hold on, we got a comment.
We got a comment.
Uh-oh. We got some coming in. The Dark Sage said Foop goated for that. Deanna Harper says, I believe in Gumball.
Friend.
And you're entitled to your opinion. You are. But there is a right answer. The fact is, there is a right answer. So here we go. In the case, I'm going to sound like Maury. In the case of PPG versus The Amazing World of Gumball. The Amazing World of Gumball won by 51%, and the Powerpuff Girls lost by 49%.
No.
Y'all didn't pull through on this one.
No, bro. No.
I was not expecting this one to be that close.
Cap.
Y'all, please.
Cap. That's a whole lot of cap, bro.
Oh man, Deanna Harper said, "Period." No, that's not.
That's a whole lot of cap, bro.
Antoine Hobson said, "That's disgusting." The Dark said, "I'm reporting."
That's a whole lot of cap, bro.
Look,
y'all lying to me, bro.
Bro,
do y'all not remember? Do y'all not remember? Yeah, Gumball won by 51%, and
it's not that close.
And Powerpuff lost by 49%.
It's not that close.
Please tell me you read that wrong. I'm sorry. I'll hold it up for you.
It's not that close.
I'll hold it up for you.
It's not that close.
Jesus.
No, it's not. It's not that close.
Y'all can't tell me. You can't look at me in my face and tell me that Gumball was better than the Powerpuff Girls.
Gumball.
I need reasons. I need proof behind y'all voting.
They weren't that funny. The art was unique but ugly to me. Not Gumball.
Against PPG.
Gumball.
That's so disrespectful.
Powerpuff Girls easily top 5.
That is so disrespectful for the Powerpuff Girls.
Gumball.
The Dark Side said, "I'm gonna need some therapy from. I'm signing up for mine as we speak."
I'm like, what?
Deanna Harper said, "Intelligent humor most episodes," and PPG wasn't.
I cheated in college. I must be stupid.
PPG had a whole episode where they thought they was peeing in the bed, and turns out it was just Mojo Jojo coming in with a water bottle and spraying the water on their bed.
Yes.
That was funny.
Darcy said, "Next time, Ma, we got to implement an age verification.
Oh, yeah.
We need a are you 18 or older? Click,
No,
click every picture that's a fence."
Oh my god.
21 and over.
Oh man, y'all have.
I'm stressed.
Gumball.
I'm stressed.
Gumball.
We were 3 for 3, y'all. We were 3 for 3. So we've made it halfway through the battles. Just a reminder, if you aren't following us, make sure you follow us on our social media platforms. If you're watching us on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook Live, make sure you subscribe and give us a follow. And if you're tuning in, make sure you use our hashtag Join the Mob Nerds. We'll be checking out the hashtag after the live is ended and retweeting and liking some stuff. This just made me sad. We got some comments coming through. What did you say you did in college?
I said I utilize teamwork and working alongside my classmates to collaborate on assignments as a way to succeed.
You know what?
Your job gonna send you a resignation letter tomorrow.
I got tenure. I wish they would. I got tenure at this point.
But let's move on to the next battle. So battle number 5, we have Chowder versus Tom and Jerry. Starting with Ryan. Let me clear this off. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1.
Chowder was good. Chowder was funny. Chowder came out at the right time period. But Tom and Jerry had longevity. Tom and Jerry survived the test of times for years with multiple spinoffs, and they were good. They had movies, and they were good. Tom and Jerry had a few racial allegations, but it came out at a certain time. Not saying we forgive them, but we understand that people had different opinions back then. But the show was still of great quality. It modernized itself, it stayed funny, and the main characters couldn't even talk. They couldn't even talk, yet it still maintained good storylines and was still funny. Chowder is good. I feel like this is like comparing two artists who don't need to be compared to each other, but I've given it to Tom and Jerry.
Oh, he had to tone it down for this one. He had to tone it down for this one. I see you.
That's like comparing Lil Baby to Nas. Like they're good in their own right in their own generation, but Nas still making music and he's still cold and being cold.
Yeah. Okay. So Ryan chose Tom and Jerry. Moving on to Ralph. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna say the same thing as Ryan. Chowder was great. It was nice. It had its funny moments. It had its very unique art style with all of their clothes pretty much just being a wallpaper and then just walking across. I like that. I enjoyed that. Jokes were there. However, it will not withstand Tom and Jerry's longevity at all. Tom and Jerry has been around since the 40s and it's still going. They just make a movie at least at least 5-10 years ago. They just made a movie for Tom and Jerry now. So I don't see Chowder doing that. I don't see Chowder like, come on, let's be real. Tom and Jerry has everything. We heard of what it started with Fun Facts. Tom and Jerry had amazing moments. As Ryan said, they never talked, and we understood exactly what was going on.
That movie show was in theaters.
Y'all getting real preachy with this Tom and Jerry talk. That must really touch y'all souls.
Yes.
Because for this, you kind of got to educate the folks watching to a degree. Because Chowder's still kind of old, too.
Yeah. 2007. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Ralph chose Tom and Jerry. 60 seconds on me. 3, 2, 1. Just sticking with the trend. I have to go Tom and Jerry. The classic Tom and Jerry, I loved it, but even when they expanded into Tom and Jerry Kids, the movies, like they still made it enjoyable and they still made it very interesting to watch as it transcended through like the different styles of animation and time periods. It's a classic. I have fond nights of staying up at my grandma's house just watching Tom and Jerry, and just to watch it, and like Ryan said, the animals don't talk, and it has my attention. Yeah, I love Chowder. Chowder is funny, but Tom and Jerry was the OG comfort show for me, so I have to give it to Tom and Jerry.
And that boy Tom was smooth. He saw that white cat. He put on his cowboy hat, flicked up a cigarette, and rolled it with 2 fingers, and then smoked it, and sent us made a smoke card. That's smooth, bro.
And then we had an episode where he did not get the girl.
Yeah.
And we watched him go through depression.
I mean, he just had to hit the gym like the rest of us do.
The Dark Sage said, "I ain't forget that one movie they talked."
Ooh,
I think I know what he's talking about. I have a faint memory of Jerry talking in something. Now in the show, they didn't talk, but I have a faint memory that they did give them voice actors.
That must have been some new age stuff. Like that had to be like post 2012 type stuff.
Let me just say this: if y'all gonna continue Tom and Jerry, they have to still not talk.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing. They have to.
Tweety Bird can talk, but not Tom and Jerry.
Everybody, that's Looney Tunes.
Yeah, that's different.
The Looney Tunes can talk. Tom and Jerry cannot. Those are the rules. He said they were both like, I didn't talk because I thought you couldn't talk.
Interesting.
Why did they feel the need to make them talk?
All the screaming when Tom would get hit, he'll go, ah! Like with that deep scream. Like, that's crazy.
He said it's mid-2000s.
I'll have to do some research on that.
We're going to have to find out what that is. But all of us picked Tom and Jerry. I have the results right here. Let's get into it to not keep everybody waiting.
I think the younger folks done pick Tom and Jerry too.
In the case of Chowder versus Tom and Jerry, Tom and Jerry won by 63% and Chowder lost by 37%. Not mad at it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. I'll give him that.
We got Raising the Phoenix said, yeah, Tom's scream was loud as fuck. He did used to be howling though.
Like, gone, bro. Gone.
But when you look at the way that Jerry and them was antagonizing this man, I was like, yeah. Raising the Phoenix said Chowder was robbed. It wasn't robbed. It wasn't robbed. Antoine Hobson said I was cool with either one of those. I think I would have been fine either way.
Yeah, this was fair. This was a fair one. It wasn't as nasty as that Courage one.
I'm still upset about PPG. Y'all, please.
60-something votes, and they picked Gumball over Powerpuff Girls. Keep it rolling.
Oh,
Same.
Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
I won't be able to get over that
battle. Now, this one, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what I'm about to present to you today may divide the Blerd Mob population. But I do want to let you know that you always have a choice. And I want to let you know that there is a right answer. So we're going into battle number 6. We have the Teen Titans versus Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Go ahead, Ron.
How is this going to divide us? Hold on. How is this going to divide us?
Look.
Run my time. TENNTIT.
I understand.
Let's go.
Foster's is good too. I understand.
How's this going to divide us?
Not us, like us three. I said the community.
Oh, because I thought
I said the Blerd Mob community.
Oh, I thought okay,
no,
because I thought
I feel. Look, we are here. This is us.
Oh, okay. Hey, I thought you over there. I was like, we not in this together.
No, we in this together like High School Musical.
Okay. Okay.
60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1.
Robin, Cyborg, Raven, Starfire, Beast Boy, and that boy Slade. Tara when she joined the team. All of these iconic characters. Iconic scenes. When Raven was going against her father, Trigon, and you saw everybody get emotional, go inside of her head to try to save her for a couple of episodes, work of art. Tara and Beast Boy's relationship, that man was going to schools trying to talk to a teenage girl that looked just like her because he was in love trying to find a woman that sacrificed her life and turned a stone for him. The other group of Teen Titans was Bumblebee, Aqualad, Speedy, Misa whatever them little twins were saying. Iconic scenes, iconic characters, iconic intro. The Trouble in Tokyo movie, I watched it less than a year ago. One of Cartoon Network's best animated movies. I'm not done.
No, you done. See, this is why we got the timer up. You done. No, you done. Listen, sir, Kanye West, get off stage.
Teen Titans, y'all gave this award to Foster's, and Teen Titans, right?
We don't know who got it yet. Hey,
we don't know
because we know Beyonce supposed to win.
Drink you something.
Kanye ain't even lie. Kanye ain't lie.
Hey, look.
I mean, Kanye didn't lie.
He ain't lie.
He ain't lie. He knows just like with Angela Bassett.
He ain't lying.
Listen. So Ryan picked Teen Titans. We're moving on to Ralph. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna keep this short and simple. Teen Titans. Like, why not? Why? I understand both sides, and I would not be upset if either one of these advance. In my honest opinion, I would not be too upset because I like both. However, when it comes to iconic, Teen Titans.
I don't know. You lost me in the second half.
Yep, that's it.
You had me in the first half.
I like both, so I'm fine with you.
I like both too, but listen,
you barely made the field goal with that one.
I'm done.
Let me tell you something. All right, so Ralph picked Teen Titans. 60 seconds on me. 3, 2, 1. Y'all already know what it is. It's Teen Titans. Robin, Starfire, Raven. Her whole arc. Everybody had deep. Ryan brought up Raven versus Trigon, but did y'all remember Robin versus Slade? The whole Red X situation?
Mm-hmm.
They are still continuing that storyline to this day in the comic books. Listen, the Teen Titans have been the it team since the 1980s. Y'all got introduced to them by the cartoons, but they have way more content. And shout out to them for being the Justice League. That ain't have nothing to do with the show. But Teen Titans, all the way, front to back. That's it. That's all I got. So let's look at some of the comments before we reveal the results.
Did you see the most recent one?
The what?
No, come on.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
We got Deanna Harvard saying she agrees with Ralph. Dark Sage says, I know Ron wrote Martin Luther King's speech because ain't he pulling through with these monologues.
Oh my God. Ask Foop and Ralph. I know how to BS on the spot.
Ron using his whole 60 seconds. He finna let you said y'all finna feel me. Raising the Phoenix says Foster's was actually trash.
It wasn't trash.
It wasn't trash.
It wasn't trash.
It's just not better than Teen Titans. It's not better than Teen Titans. We got to be real on this one. Deanna Harper said this was a rough one. It went that rough for me.
This should not be no lower than 65-35.
It went that rough for me. So
it wasn't rough.
Let's see.
Teen Titans top 5, and I'm counting every time I say top 5. It's Powerpuff Girls, Teen Titans, and Codename.
Like, that was the best thing to hit Cartoon Network. Do you hear me? Following the Justice League?
Teen Titans was number 1.
Following Justice League, that was one of the best things to hit Cartoon Network. And I'm going to stand on that, and I will die on that hill.
And the actual DC movie, animated movies like Teen Titans, Judas Contract, and all of them go hard too.
I am not a big fan of the Teen Titans movies because I know the lore behind those movies, and they kind of
Nothing against you, Paris. I didn't read the comics, so I'm gonna let you have it.
But here we go. In the case of the Teen Titans versus Foster's Home of Imaginary Friends, the Teen Titans won by 89%, and Foster's lost by 11. Hey, y'all cheer me up with this one. I thought I was gonna have to end the broadcast.
I was gonna leave the mob, put in a resignation notice.
That I was gonna have to end the broadcast, but
I'm
hey,
just gonna go live.
the Teen Titans is golden. It's definitely gotta push when they put it on HBO Max. But the Teen Titans are golden. Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo had a great story. It was a great ending to the 5 seasons.
Yeah.
What was that episode when somebody went to the future and they saw Robin as Nightwing,
Starfire
was stuck in the zoo, and all of that? Crazy episodes.
My biggest gripe with the Teen Titans, still love the show to death, but y'all know I'm a comic book head, is what they did to Starfire. Princess Starfire, Princess Coriander is a menace to society in the comics, and they dumbed her down in the show. And I don't appreciate that. They dumbed her down and boosted Raven up because Raven actually sucks. In the 80s comics, Raven sucks. But they boosted her up and made her a fan favorite in the show, and I'll give them that.
Azarath, Metron, Centos still go hard. I don't even know what that is.
Centos.
Centos. Photosynthesis. It still went hard.
Listen, she's that girl. All right, y'all pulled through with this one. We got 2 more matches left. Let's see what we got in the comments. The Dark Sage said, put in a 2 weeks notice in for a podcast. Crazy.
I'll do it. I'll keep it real professional. Do an email at that.
Don't send me no email.
And I'm gonna mark it as important with the exclamation point.
Please don't.
God. She gonna put you in spam.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna send it to spam.
And I got access to the podcast email, so I'm gonna know if you got it. I'm gonna pin it.
As soon as you send that email, I'm just gonna revoke all of your access. I'm changing the password.
That's what I want.
I only need to change one.
All
right. So moving on to match number 7, we have Dexter's Lab versus Totally Spies. I don't think this is gonna be close. I think I've already accepted who is winning. But yeah, let's get into it. 60 seconds on you, Ron. 3, 2, 1.
Dexter's Lab is the world's top 5, but it's not Ryan's top 5. It's not my top 5. Mandark, he was funny, I guess. The only thing I remember about Dexter's is honestly the meme that's on Twitter. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm keeping it real. His mama was thick. That's all I got for y'all.
That's so crazy.
But Totally Spies went hard, bro. Damn girls was dripped up every episode. Every episode. They was throwing hands. They were pretty smart. Women empowerment. Come on now. Fook called me misogynistic, but she be lying. I love Totally Spies. I was watching that every time it came on. Every time Totally Spies came on, I was watching it. Clover was my favorite. I like Kim Possible, and Totally Spies was in that same realm of cartoons. I got to give it to him. I'm rooting for the underdog.
Why you don't
like that?
Like that though. He said I'm not misogynistic. I watch Totally Spies. Oh man. Hey, I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised at you.
I'm thoroughly, you know what?
I'm surprised.
I would watch Totally Spies. My mama did not have a TV stand. She had a old classic wooden dresser, and her TV sat up there. I'll be sitting on the floor watching Totally Spies and my neck hurting like this.
That's so
I
crazy.
enjoyed Totally Spies.
Hey, all right. Ryan going Totally Spies. We're moving on to Ralph. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1.
Dexter's Laboratory is in my top 5. So I'm gonna start by saying that. Totally Spies, it was good, except I didn't watch it as much because again, it was just a lot of shows. I mean, we talked about this in the other show. It was a lot of other shows that I was watching. I never did really get a chance to watch this. So I'm picking Dexter's Laboratory. It was funny. It does have good memes, at least the meme that we see repeatedly with him pretty much just being cuddled up with 2 other girls in his ear. Yes, I agree with Ryan. Dexter's mom was
with 3 C's. 3 C's.
thick. Okay. However, I love Dexter. I don't remember too much of his mission and stuff that he would normally do with his sister and everything. But I did enjoy the show. I very much remember a lot more than Totally Spies.
All right. So for the first time ever, not the first time ever, the first time since we've started, the mob is divided. Ryan has chose Totally Spies and Ralph has chose Dexter's Laboratory. 60 seconds on me. 3, 2, 1. Look at me. Y'all finna be mad at me today, but I'm going for the girls. I told y'all this in the kickoff. That I'm going for the girls. I told you this in the kickoff that I'm going for the girls. Totally Spies was my shit. The gadgets, the clothes, all of them having different personalities.
Peak.
Come on.
Peak.
Look, I have fond memories of Dexter's Laboratory, but if I had to pick between watching Dexter's Laboratory and watching Totally Spies right now, I'm clicking on Totally Spies. I want to see my girls make it.
Even if
I
they don't
told y'all in the kickoff, I want to see my girls make it. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to go my way or not, but I just want to make this known that I'm going for the girls. No hate on Dexter at all.
No hate. Divided food.
Hey, let's get into the comments.
You gotta have to scroll up a little bit too, like a little bit, like to 8:01 p.m.
Oh man, we got a lot of comments. We gonna start at the bottom. They said, "Who left food near the stove?" Look, look. I'm giving y'all that exotic food, that exotic taste.
This is. We serving you sushi when your taste buds ain't developed enough to taste them.
Deanna Harper said, "Finally a divide." Look, we bet. I was very surprised at Ryan. But yeah, we have all been on the same page up to this point. Raising the Phoenix said they changed some girls' clothes every episode. That was impressive. It was, and the clothes were cute.
They were dripped up.
Y'all, please,
they were dripped up.
It gave, because I'm watching Sailor Moon right now, and Sailor Moon changed their outfits almost every episode, and it's just giving that side by side. Like Kim Possible just wore the same stuff every day, but the girls,
any cartoon that can do that is iconic.
Raising the Phoenix says Dexter's Lab is boring as shit. Totally Spies has so much effort in the animation.
I gotta support. She ain't lying.
Dexter's Lab wasn't boring to me, but like I just said, if I had to pick right now, if the only 2 choices I had to watch on TV was Dexter's Laboratory and Totally Spies, I'm watching Totally Spies. I would put my grudge aside of them changing the voice actress for Alex and watch past like season 3. I would.
I can appreciate a work of art and still acknowledge that it ain't my taste, and Dexter's was not my taste.
Look, I want to see the girls make it. You can be mad at me all you want, but I'm going for the girls. So, I feel like I know where this is gonna go.
I know
but
where it's going.
I know where this. I have a feeling I know where this is gonna go. But I just want to let y'all know my last words was I'm going for the girls.
Ride or die.
So in the case of Dexter's Laboratory versus Totally Spies, Dexter's Lab won by 75% and Totally Spies lost by 25%.
25% of the fans know what's up. 25% of y'all know what's up.
I knew where this was going, but I just wanted to make it known and said I'm going for the girls.
I mean, I'm gonna say this: Totally Spies. It was a good show. The episodes I did watch. Did I keep up with it entirely? No, but I did enjoy them having different. I very much do remember them having different outfits every episode. So I
Man,
will acknowledge that.
even moving past the outfits,
The action was good
the
and the
action
missions
was
were
good.
fun.
Each storyline of like the missions that we went on, what they went on was legit. The fact that they were still dealing with high school issues while being super spies, and then they even moved off to college, and then they start being roommates. So you had to deal with like, what is it like living with my friends and working with my friends? You know, it's the same thing we went through in college.
Yeah.
So it was.
Totally Spies was pre-teen Cartoon Network before they got into Total Drama, 16, and all the other shows that teenagers could relate to. I respect Totally Spies. They pioneered that.
Yeah. I'm not mad that Dexter won. I knew Dexter was gonna win, but I just had to let y'all know I was going for the girls. The Dark Sage said I respect it, but I gotta respect the OG more, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Not mad.
I'm not mad at you. I just want to let y'all know that I'm going for the girls every time. I don't care if I'm 80 years old. I'm watching. If I find Totally Spies on anything on my holographic TV, I'm watching Totally Spies.
Totally Spies hit.
Grandma, what you in there watching? Oh, this is just my favorite cartoon, baby. Totally Spies.
Totally Spies are probably my top 10 or top 13 if I had to write it down.
So we're going into the last battle just to keep, you guys intrigued. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. So make sure you give us a follow if you aren't following us already. If you're watching us, make sure you subscribe if you're on YouTube, or follow us if you're watching us on Twitch. And I think on Facebook, you can just like the page. So make sure you do that. And then make sure you use our hashtag on Twitter. You can use it on Instagram as well at hashtag join the mob nerds. All right. Last battle.
It's been a long journey. I ain't gonna lie.
It has. It's always round one. Like once you get past round one, like it just gets way easier. It gets harder, but like all it is gets way easier.
No, hearing Gumball versus beat Powerpuff Girls wasn't easy.
That wasn't.
And when Gumball beats somebody again, it's gonna be harder.
Oh.
You're gonna see once the next bracket come up.
Oh God.
All right. Here we go. We have the Grim Adventures versus Billy and Mandy versus Ben 10. Ryan set up for this one. Let me get my shit together.
Y'all not finna like me. Y'all not finna like me.
Oh shit.
Not finna like me.
We got 60 seconds on the clock. Starting with Ryan. 3, 2, 1.
Billy and Mandy is the world's top 5. It's Ryan's top 7. And Ben 10 comes ahead. Ben 10 was lit. Alien Force, Ultimate Alien. When they got into the more mature concepts, seeing Kevin, a street kid, grow up and find his way in life. Seeing Ben go from the arrogant little toddler to still being pretty arrogant, but more mature, with greater values to protect those around him. The lore behind the plumbers and the aliens in space as they come down. Grandpa Max was an OG. He was that sensei. I'm so sorry. Billy and Mandy was the stuff. The movie is one of my favorite movies as well. When they had Fred Burger and the Spider and Grim was going through the stages of grief, Billy and Mandy was fire. But I'm picking Ben 10.
That was a long way to get to where we just got. Did this
That
hurt
was.
you? Did that hurt you?
I didn't want those two to go against each other. I'm being honest.
All right. So Ben 10, that's your choice. All right. Moving on to Ralph. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1.
This isn't even a division between ages at this point. This is whether you want action, more gory kind of stuff, or do you want Ben 10 that's a lot more action, a lot more story based, and it leads to more. Ben 10 had a longer longevity. I will agree with that. I will give it that I watched every episode. Billy and Mandy, it had funny moments. We had the episode where Billy actually turned into the Grim Reaper in place of Grim. Billy and Mandy's interactions wholeheartedly were amazing. I love them going back and forth. Billy losing his nose in the episode, having to find that. Like it's some good moments in both. I feel like this is going to be a close one, but I'm going to give it to Ben 10.
You're not bad.
I'm sorry.
You're not bad.
I'm sorry.
What did Billy say to the dude with the scar? You're not bad.
I'm sorry.
My boy Ralph.
So Ryan and Ralph both
Yes.
chose Ben 10. It's on me. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1. I guess I gotta be the one to defend it. I'm picking the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Did y'all not remember that episode where Mandy had turned into that big brain thing and they was doing the Thriller dance in front of her? I just watched the episode of Billy and Mandy where Mandy smiled so hard that it sent everybody to a different dimension and they woke up as the Powerpuff Girls. That show is so stupid. It's so funny. And if, like I said, if you put Grim Adventures and Ben 10 in front of me right now, I'm watching the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I am. I am. When they introduced Fred Burger, that show is so dumb. I have to choose it. I have to choose it. If ain't nobody gonna stick up for him, I'ma stick for him. I'ma stick up for him. This is the number 2 seed. Listen to me.
You ain't bad. You ain't nothing. Billy was funny. Don't get me wrong.
Billy was fucking hilarious.
When he tried to break into that house and I think he unlocked the door or something, but he still jumped in the window. Like, why would you do that? Come on.
I'm not mad.
Let's take a look at the comments. We got Deanna Harper saying Billy and Mandy for the win. Raising the Phoenix said Grim sold his soul for this.
He did.
Deanna Harper said you better speak that food. Listen, if ain't nobody gonna stick up for Billy and Mandy, I'ma stick up for Billy and Mandy. Antoine Hobson said I had about every Ben 10 game.
The boy, you know what's crazy? The brothers are here. The brothers are behind Ben 10. I see the divide.
We gonna see how many brothers voted.
Right.
We gonna see how many
It's gonna be
brothers.
close.
We gonna see how many brothers came in for Ben 10.
I think this is gonna be a close one.
It might be a
Darkseid
blowout.
said I'm not mad at this one.
I'm not either. I'm not.
I'm not
really
gonna be mad at it, but y'all
Yup.
are this one. I need give me your energy. I need everybody to pull through.
This could be a blowout. Y'all don't realize Ben 10 touched a lot of people. They were going to the 2020s, I think. Ben 10 touched a lot of people.
But I understand. But Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy was one vote away from being tied with the Teen Titans.
Yeah.
You're right. All right.
But
we got 60 votes now.
The last vote. The last one. 64 votes. In the case of the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy versus Ben 10, the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy won by 54% and Ben 10 lost by 46%. Y'all boys was coming through. Y'all boys.
Billy and Mandy is peak.
It's
Ben
peak.
10 just peak too.
It's peak. But let's go ahead and announce Who is moving on to round 2? Codename Kid Next Door advances. Regular Show advances. Ed and Eddie advances. The Amazing World of Gumball advances.
Gumball versus Ed and Eddie. Ooh, y'all better vote. Ooh, y'all better vote.
Tom and
Ooh,
Jerry
y'all better vote.
advances. Teen Titans advances.
that's
Dexter's
nasty.
Laboratory advances. And the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy advances. We're gonna have Dexter's versus the Grim Adventures.
That's
of
nasty.
Billy and-
That is nasty. That's
Hmm.
nasty.
Ooh.
Yikes! 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 Okay.
If
Well-
y'all let Gumball beat Ed and Eddie in these round 2 votes,
I didn't think Gumball was gonna make it to round 2.
if y'all let Gumball make it any further,
All right, but let's. This is it. This was round 1. Closing statement. So make sure you catch us next Tuesday back here at 7:00 p.m. Central Time, where we reveal the results of round 2. Round 2 starts tonight, so make sure you have your notifications on our social media platforms for when we drop the round 2 bracket. Voting will last for 96 hours, and then next week we'll reveal them. We got a couple comments before we give it off to Ralph. The Dark Side says, I like Gumball, but it needs to get blown up. We need to put some respect on Ed and Eddie. Listen,
hold up.
listen. It needs to get out of here. I did not think that y'all were gonna kick PPG out round 1.
That was the only round that felt like an upset. Everything else fair competition.
That was an
That-
upset.
Everything else fair.
My stomach toe up.
My bracket would have been done round 1 right there.
We should have ended the broadcast.
Canceled it. We'll come back live tomorrow when y'all get y'all stuff together.
Talking about March Madness. This is madness at this point because what
Redo round
what we
1.
doing?
Redo round 1. All right.
Listen,
Give it to us, Ralph.
All right. Make sure you guys go and check out our affiliate links. Make sure you guys get your manga, your Funko Pops, your movies, and etc. from Right Stuff Anime. And if you want the real, the authentic, the best Funko Pops there are to offer, go to Entertainment Earth and make sure you get you a good stack like Ryan and Food got right now.
You can find the affiliate links on our link tree. We have our link tree, the Blurred Mob, or if you find this one, the Blurred Mob Pod releases, which will also show you guys our recently released episodes. All right. Keep it pushing, Ralph.
All right. But thank you guys for watching and or listening. Make sure you guys like, follow, subscribe, tell your friends about us. Make sure you guys follow us on our socials on Instagram at the Blurred Mob Pod. Make sure you guys follow us on Facebook and TikTok at the Blurred Mob Podcast. And make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at the Blurred Mob. And with that being said, peace.